Hello and welcome back to another video. This is going to be episode 4, the finale, of building the Imperial communications base in LEGO. Last week I recorded some videos, but I didn't have enough time to edit it before I left for Brick Fair. So this week there's going to be a couple videos from last week, and then I'll have a voiceover kind of going through what happened at Brick Fair, and then I'll have a little bit of a slideshow teaser for the showcase that will be out on Friday. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Alright, so basically we're just gonna jump right into some of the progress. It is currently Friday, and this is kind of what I've done since the last update. So pretty much here, I extended the mountain here, filled this all in, and I added in the window above the bunker. So this took a lot of time, especially this little section here. I was trying to mold the bunker into the mountain. So a lot of weird things going on here. The most difficult part was this little section right here. And as you can see, I did actually mold it in pretty well. There's no gaps, which I'm actually really happy about. And you can see here, this is actually a 3L, little bit shorter than actual lightsabers, in dark bluish gray, and that is connected in there. I got some clips holding that in, and that was just to fill in a little like half plate gap, because something about the way that this section is built and these tiles laid on there just created a gap, so I had to fill it. So I used a lightsaber bar there, and then I used this rounded piece to kind of make that look a little bit more natural. And then this little corner here probably isn't my best work, but I couldn't really figure out another way to do it. I needed to have a slope going that way and upwards, and that's the only really piece that I had that would fill that in. And then here, coming around, we have another smaller dark orange medium flesh patch. I might touch this up a little bit just because there's a lot of medium flesh and not a whole ton of dark orange, so I might switch out this maybe here for medium flesh, make this slope dark orange, something like that. But we do have some snot in the top of the bunker. That is obviously the medium flesh, which I like a lot. It looks really cool. And there is a mountain kind of going up like this that I will obviously extend here. You can see this is missing, but I built this mountain up here, got some tiles on there, and then I laid this window on here. And this design, I will find whoever it is credited to, and I will give them a link in the video. But I saw this design somewhere on a Discord server, and I really liked it. Basically, it uses the 1x1 clips and tiles, and it has a really nice flat, clean look that you don't really get if you use hinges. So I actually really like how this looks. Very nice. You can kind of see in there, he's pretty dark in there, but there is an officer just chilling. Originally I was going to have this be like a control area, control room, but because of the space, I only really had about like 6 studs behind this little window. So I decided, oh, you know, I'll just make it a hallway, and then there's a window in the hallway that they're looking out or whatever. So that's what this is. I can move the camera up here so you can kind of see in there. You can kind of see him walking. Pretty much what's going on is there's a bunch of tiles laid on here and snot bricks. I would try and show you the side, but I actually slapped on the other green base plate, so I can't really turn the MOC. But yeah, you got some snot bricks in here and some inverted slopes. I will flip the MOC around later and kind of show you what's going on there. But that looks alright, you know. It's not something that you're gonna be looking at heavily, spending a lot of time looking at a convention, so didn't really waste time on it, to be honest. I kind of just build it and it's good enough. And you can kind of see up here there is a string of light blue plates. I'm going to take the rest of the string that comes up here, and it's going to kind of just string through the top here and then there will be lights. Same thing with the grills. There's grills on here, and that will pretty much not really be noticeable until the World of Lights or whatever, where they turn off all the lights and just the LEDs in MOCs are visible. But I definitely wanted to have lights in there. It would be very weird if this, what you're seeing right now, where it's very dark in there, is the only thing. It's what it always looks like. So that's pretty much the plan there. And then moving down here, you can kind of see I have the battery pack for the lava lights. And this is lights coming through behind here. And this is going to be the other thing of lava. I decided to take this video now while I'm in the process of building it, because I couldn't really explain it all that well in my first video where I kind of went into it. So pretty much you lay down some white plates here, and then I'm going to take these string lights and lay them in here, and then I'm going to do the thing with the studs where you kind of just trace out where you want the lights to be and just hold it on with studs. And I do have the cutting board here, and I'm not really sure if you can see it. I guess you can kind of see it when it's up against the white, but there is a little cut outline here. Pretty much you kind of just lay this on to the MOC here, and then I took my knife, which is right here, and then kind of lay this down here how you want it, and then you trace out the lines, and then I'll go through with a scissor and actually cut those out. And then I'll use this unused section right here. I'll cut that out and put it up against here, and then I will build the same light bluish gray pillars with the red and everything like that. So yeah, that's pretty much where we're at right now. I kind of wanted to take this video while I was in the process of building it, because my other ones have been just at the very end. So something like this where it's in the middle, you can kind of actually see what I'm doing, might be a little interesting. So that's why I decided to do this. But yeah. All right, guys, it is currently 3:30 in the morning on Tuesday. I started building at like 8 Monday morning, but basically where we're at, the green base plates of the MOC are, let's say, 95% complete. There is a section of texturing on the top that's probably like 6 studs wide by the 3 green base plates long, so that shouldn't take very long to do. And then there's just the texturing at the bottom. But pretty much I just want to show you guys what it looks like. So you can already see the bunker is fully integrated. So the bunker is done. I'm not touching anything with that. The viewport is also done, not touching anything with that. And the mountain now it covers the screen from the top to almost pretty much the bottom of the screen. The mountain just covers everything. And then I do have here at the bottom just a couple figures. Me and Daniel have been working out what figs we want in the MOC and stuff like that, so that's what those are. These are just my Imperials. The Rebels are going to be a mix of legs that I got from Blaine in, I want to say, episode 2 of the series, and some torsos that Daniel bought. So those will be put together at the convention. We do have the dark tan officer. I got some legs earlier on, and I just wiped the print, and I really am in love with this figure. I've always loved the dark tan officer just because it's such a interesting, nicely detailed Imperial officer, and now just being able to have the dual molded legs just really bring it all together. So now we do have a dark tan officer, and I have another pair of legs, and Daniel has a dark tan officer as well. So we'll have 2 dark tan officers. I do, as you can see in there, have a Admiral Yularen torso just on this dude right now. If you're wondering, the legs here are just black legs, a little bit of sticker going up to cover the white on the hip pieces, and then there's a small little sticker that continues on the fold of the clothes. And then I just have these. I'm not sure if I'm going to leave these. I think these were from a butler that I got in a free poly bag from the Lego store at one point. But I thought they were kind of interesting because, you know, so it's a suit pretty much. It's a white suit, so there would be like cufflinks and stuff. So not sure if I'm going to leave those, but thought it was interesting. Probably also going to change the face. I'm not sure who I want to be on here. I have to find an interesting looking face to be the admiral of the troops here. Moving along over here, you can see I do have the outline of the lava over there. I think I had that in Friday's clip. But yeah, so I put that in. I do have the outline. I'm not sure where the focus point is. Also, the light is kind of struggling because it's pitch black outside, but do have the outline there. And then I built up some of these crates from my Sullust MOC. So those will be on the main base, but we can now kind of show off the entire mountain. I'm really excited about this. Zoom out here. So this is pretty much the entire front section of the MOC, and I do have 2 great base plates that I need to do tomorrow, but that's stuff I should be able to bang out pretty quickly. So yeah, this is pretty much what the mountain is. We have a nice little patch here that we started off with of dark orange, and then on top of the bunker there's a small little build up there too, and then this whole corner kind of comes down like that. I really actually like how that turned out. That was my plan for a little bit, but I wasn't sure how it would actually look. So I really like how it looks though. It turned out really nice. So that kind of comes down there. The mountain is actually level, give or take 1 or 2 studs, but it kind of doesn't really look like that, I guess, from this angle. But this, I really like how the mountain looks, but it took me so long to do. I've been working on this mountain for like 4 days straight, and I finally finished it. So I'm very happy to be done with the mountain and on to other things. Alright guys, it is currently 2:02 in the morning of Wednesday. So pretty much I did get a lot more done since the last little clip that I recorded. As you can see, I did texture the entire front top section, so now the green base plates, which you can barely even see now, all of those are complete, which is really nice. In here you can kind of see the little walkway that goes behind the viewport. Right now we just got this officer dude kind of taking a stroll, but pretty much I'm going to put another 3 studs on this side and complete the hallway. You can kind of see here, this is going to be the gray, like that door right there on this side. This right here is a lot of Duplo, and even a few pieces like down here you can't really see, but this is actually bigger than Duplo, and it is Lego, so using that up. But this is pretty much the skeleton of the hangar. In there you can see I've almost completed the bunker, how it goes through into here. Pretty much we're gonna have these little slopes that are gonna be the little doorway there, and then I do have this section here, which I can take a little bit of a look at here. This is a little thing that I've built. This is the same design here with these wedges as inside that one, so had to go through, try and remember, figure out how I built that. But so we got this. Pretty much what's going on is you got a bunch of these headlight bricks, and these all connect to these studs here, and then you just build these little side walls, which is just a simple little thing like this. In there you can see there's grills, and this is lit up. I do have the second battery pack going like this. Just turn this off for now. But we do have the lights starting to go through here. We got some down there and some down there. And then this kind of thing just go like this, and that's gonna go on top of there. Gonna have to thread it underneath this little light strip, but that's pretty much what's going on there. And then moving over, I guess, here, it's kind of hard to see because it's in shambles right now, but this is going to be the top section. Pretty much what we got going on is we got the corner here. This is what I showed in the second update, I think. So that's finally being implemented. We do have another panel here. There we go, like that. So you can kind of see how that's gonna go. This is, as I said before, the corner. I do have this little section here, but that is pretty much what this is gonna be. It's gonna go out more here, come back in, and then it'll be a nice little jagged tooth section. One thing that I didn't realize when I started doing this is this, you can kind of see there's one stud on the outside of it at the short part, but this longer section actually sticks out into the first green base plate section. So I kind of see here I made this little cutout, and once I push these two plates together, this kind of just sits in there, and it works out fine. But that does mean I'm gonna have to go through and take out some of the texturing and add in the medium flesh going around, kind of like how this is. But yeah, this is probably going to be the last video that I take of the MOC in my house before I actually leave. Gonna try and do a little bit more, definitely finish up this little walkway here, maybe prototype some wall designs for the actual hangar. But yeah. Alright, so I'm just gonna jump in here and show a couple pictures because I didn't actually record video while I was at Brick Fair, but this is pretty much what the MOC looked like when I arrived. These are all pictures I took on my phone, so if the quality is a little bit questionable, that is why. But from the original plans in the MOC, the hangar was supposed to kind of like go down into the MOC, and I can toss the concept art on the screen just so you guys can see what I'm talking about. But the parts that I brought to Brick Fair weren't enough to actually complete that. So what we ended up doing was we had this little hallway that you can kind of see. It's like a tunnel that you can see from one side of the MOC, which actually, honestly, I think kind of turned out better. And then we just covered over the top of the MOC with tiles, and then we put figs, lined them up in rows, had a nice little Imperial inspection or whatever going on. So I do have a couple whips here of just what we ended up doing at the convention. I should have probably recorded some video, but I didn't have my microphone with me, so all the audio would have been pretty screwed up. Here you can kind of see Daniel's MOC being put next to mine. You can also kind of see the beginnings of the bottom section, the little hangar area with the walls and a nice little snot floor. But it actually turned out better than I think it would have if we had the inwards kind of going down hangar. It looks cool on concept, but it really doesn't make all that much sense. I mean, you have this mountain and then this nice little bunker that leads into a hangar that's kind of like down in the mountain. And then when you get on top to the rest of the base, there's another little hangar. It just really doesn't make sense. There's no like space to land ships or anything like that. So I think this actually turned out a lot better than the original plan for the MOC. So I guess now I can show a couple of photos of the finished MOC, but I want to keep obviously most of that for the showcase. That will be out later on this week, something like that. And we'll get to the outro. Alright guys, that is going to wrap up episode 4 of building the Imperial Communications Base. We did finish the MOC in time for the show. The public days, Saturday and Sunday, the MOC was complete, which was really good. Me and Daniel had a little bit of a race to the finish there at the convention, but we did get it done, and we got some nice pictures of it. We also got a Beyond the Brick interview, so hopefully they'll be posting that on their channel sometime in the next coming weeks. But yeah, so that is going to wrap up this series. This was the finale, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. I would have liked it to be a little bit longer than it ended up being, but I think I got a couple good videos out of it, so thank you guys very much for watching, and I will see you guys on Friday with the showcase. Goodbye.